Africa today at a time when South Africa has, over the past few weeks, observed acts of violence against foreign nationals, while acknowledging concerns about illegal foreign nationals involved in crime. We strongly condemn the anti-migrant protests and xenophobic violence. And we urge law enforcement to address these issues through legal means, not mob violence.
By the way, the people that are being attacked, it's not only undocumented foreigners. They are attacking even people who don't speak a particular language, the people who speak Tsonga, people who speak Sivenda. It is a problem. So we are dealing with that. So we should not be convenient. There is an illegal immigration challenge in South Africa, and we are seized with dealing with that. We've put the white paper.
Thousands of residents gathered in Thokoza, Gauteng on Thursday as illegal immigration protests intensified across parts of South Africa, with demonstrators demanding stricter law enforcement against undocumented foreign nationals accused of contributing to crime, drugs, human trafficking, and economic hardship in local communities. The march, reportedly led by Phakile Mthakathi, drew large crowds carrying placards and chanting slogans calling for authorities to prioritize South African citizens in employment opportunities and business ownership. Protesters marched through several streets in the township before heading to factories and businesses where they allegedly demanded the employers to stop hiring undocumented foreign workers and give jobs to locals, and they were given only 7 days to dismiss illegal foreigners. The demonstrations form part of a growing movement that has recently spread to other parts of the country, including Durban and Pinetown in KwaZulu-Natal, where communities have also taken to the streets over concerns about crime, drugs, and illegal immigration. Many of the protesters expressed frustration with what they described as government inaction on serious crimes allegedly involving undocumented immigrants. Some residents claimed communities had been left vulnerable to criminal syndicates involved in drug dealing, human trafficking, robbery, and raping of women and children. The protests have also reignited public debate around kidnapping of young entrepreneur Mazi Kubheka earlier this year. Kubheka owns a spaza shop business, was allegedly abducted in February by suspects believed to include foreign nationals and 2 South Africans. Community members alleged the kidnapping stemmed from disputes linked to local business competition. Kubheka's disappearance sparked widespread outrage and led to community marches demanding his safe return. After a month of pressure from residents and activists, he was eventually released and reunited with his family. The case became a symbol for many South Africans who believe local business owners are increasingly under threat from organized criminal groups. Protesters argued that their demonstrations are not driven by hatred toward foreigners, but by concerns over lawlessness, economic struggles, and public safety. Many say they are demanding proper immigration control and stricter enforcement against undocumented individuals involved in criminal activities. However, the protests have also drawn criticism from political leaders and sections of civil society who fear the demonstrations could fuel xenophobic violence and target immigrants. South Africa's Deputy President Paul Mashatile recently criticized some of the anti-legal immigration movements, warning against turning frustration over crime into hostility toward foreign nationals. Mashatile reportedly described the March on March as promoting xenophobic sentiments rather than constructive solutions. His comments have angered some protesters who accuse government leaders of ignoring the root causes of the public frustration. Demonstrators insist that authorities are too quick to label community concerns as xenophobia while failing to address serious criminal activities allegedly linked to undocumented immigrants. The issue has become even more sensitive following several high-profile criminal cases involving foreign nationals. Protesters referenced the case of fugitive Thabo Moyo, who allegedly killed 2 South African police officers while being escorted to court before fleeing back to Zimbabwe. Community members claim the incident exposed weaknesses in border security and law enforcement cooperation between neighboring countries. Meanwhile, residents have praised recent police operations linked to information emerging during community protests. In Pinetown, KwaZulu-Natal police reportedly uncovered drugs allegedly linked to foreign nationals during raids conducted after tip-offs from local activists. Protesters argue that these operations prove communities are raising legitimate concerns that deserve serious attention. Despite this, media coverage of the marches has become another point of controversy. Protesters accuse the South African media of focusing mainly on fears of xenophobic violence, while paying less attention to allegations of organized crime, drug trafficking, and economic exploitation raised by communities. Political analysts warn that growing tensions highlight deeper socio-economic frustrations in South Africa, where unemployment, poverty, and crime remain among the country's biggest challenges. With millions of unemployed South Africans struggling to find work, immigration has increasingly become a politically charged issue. As the demonstrations continue in Gauteng and KwaZulu-Natal, pressure is mounting on government leaders to respond decisively while balancing public safety, immigration enforcement, and the protection of human rights. For now, communities in areas such as Thokoza says they will continue marching until their concerns are heard and authorities take stronger action against illegal immigration and crime.
Share live. Ukuthi kwenzakalani eSouth Africa njengamanje. Follow with share live.
What's your take on this one, people? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more news.